Hello, welcome to Drive, Ride, Run. My name is Adrian Cooper. I started Drive, Ride, Run about, I would say about 10 years ago. I had a blog on a Squarespace website that I turned into, it was a blog about working on my cars and driving my motorcycle around, taking motorcycle rides. At the time I was living in New England, and just videos and pictures of the drives I was taking, especially this time of year. It's October right now. The foliage was amazing, and also about my running journey. Now, like I said, it's about 10 years later. It's October 2019, and I am kind of starting my running journey over again. At the time in 2019, I'd gained a lot of weight and hadn't run for about 5 years. And then the last several years I've been running. I lost a lot of weight. I'm about 190 pounds right now. I dropped weight before. I was 210 and went all the way down to 155 and was having some amazing results. Top 3 in a lot of trail races, which is kind of my specialty. Which the kind of racing I really enjoy is just out in the woods, like the hardest courses you can think of. Mount Washington in New Hampshire, the Shut-In in Asheville, North Carolina. Just like mountain climbing and races, and just trail races, a lot of elevation change. And about a year ago I had a 50K that didn't go that well. It was 94 degrees, and it was my first 50K, a lot of elevation change, and I was very disappointed in my performance there, and it kind of got to me. And so for the last year, that was on my 41st birthday, September 22nd, 2018. And the last year, I kind of was bummed out after that race. I started to do a little bit faster stuff, then I immediately had some kind of a calf issue. And then in February, I hired a coach, and I just really, his style and my style were not compatible. And then by the time the summer came, and this is summer, I live in Durham, North Carolina, and the weather here was just insane. You wake up in the morning, let's say you get up at 5 in the morning, it's in the 70s, the humidity is, upper 90s, and I really had a hard time training this summer. So I gained a lot of weight, and about 2 weeks ago, the temperature finally broke here, and I started running again. So it's only been 2 weeks, and when I started, it was about 197 pounds. So I've lost 6 pounds in 2 weeks just from being able to get out and do some running. So we'll go more into that in the future. Keep everyone updated on what my training is, what my goals are, my weight loss. But also the channel is about cars, which I love cars. I've had several, like many cars. Currently I have well, that's my wife's car. She's a 2019 Honda Civic. That's Max way in the background. I have a 1994 Mazda Miata, which I've done a lot of work to. Sorry, this isn't the best picture, but from the angle I'm at, that's all I can get. And then I also have a 2013 Fiat Abarth 500. And then in the background, you can kind of see it right there. I'm also into motorcycles, so that's the ride from the Drive, Ride, Run. And currently I have a 1978 Suzuki GS550, that's that bike you just saw, covered up. It needs a little bit of work. Just carburetor's clean. It's been a while since I didn't drive it this summer because again it's so hot here in North Carolina. And I also have a 1974 Honda CB360 Twin, which is currently in a million pieces that I am building into a cafe racer. The GS550 is also a cafe racer style bike. And other than that, I also have two kind of Chinese knockoffs of Honda Ruckus. Bought those together, I would say 16, 17 years ago. One of them eventually became a parts bike for the other scooter, and so that's something else I'm looking to complete. I'm trying to the one that wasn't the parts bike. A few years ago, I had it running, and then something happened. It stopped running. I got it working, and then I was walking off my. I worked on it on my deck, and then when I went to push it off of the deck, the bottom of the scooter hit the stairs, and all of a sudden it cut off, and I really didn't get back into that. So I think it's a really simple fix. But I think that would be a good vehicle for me to start working on again. Like I said before, I live in Durham, North Carolina. I work at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, which is about 10 miles away. So getting that scooter back on the road is probably a priority, especially in the fall and the spring, because it's an easy ride and the gas mileage on those scooters is ridiculous. My clones that I have, they're called it's called the Chaos instead of the Ruckus. They're 150 cc's rather than the Ruckus, which is a 50 cc. So it's got a little bit more power, and I can get up to speed, probably 55, 60 on the roads. So it is a convenient, and living and working on campus. Anybody who knows any kind of a college town, there's a lot of traffic, a lot of pedestrians, so you need a lot of maneuverability, and those scooters are really good for that because they are really light and they're really easy to maneuver and get up on the sidewalks. And you basically on campus at UNC, you can park a scooter anywhere, basically right outside the door if you're building. Whereas where I work at the UNC Adams School of Dentistry, which is near the hospitals, and to park a car there, you have to park in a parking deck, which is kind of expensive, and then also once you park, you have quite a walk to get to the building. So having the scooter running and driving that to work would be much more convenient for me. So I just wanted to give a brief introduction as to what this channel is going to be about, and kind of my goals. First, the weight goal of losing weight and getting back to competitive, and I'll go into like my PRs and things like that. Pretty accomplished collegiate runner at the Division II level way back in the 90s, and I told you my motorcycle goals, my scooter goals, the car goals. Basically, the Miata, I would love to get a hardtop for that. I would love to turbocharge that. The Fiat, I'm pretty it's pretty stock. It's basically stock. I'm pretty happy with that right now, and I'm sure that will change in the future, as does everybody's expectations of what to want to get out of their cars. So anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to building a community around this channel. And I would like to give a shout out to Caleb at Built, or I think his channel now is Built Official on YouTube. He has really inspired me, and recently he did a video about the things that you need to do to start a YouTube channel. And like I said, about a year ago I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and then I just kept putting it off, and I just felt like now's the time, and his video really inspired me to make that leap. So go give his channel a subscribe, and for this video, like, comment, subscribe. I really am interested in building a community here on YouTube, and really interested in what you guys would like to see and what questions you might have in any of those 3 fields. So thanks again, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.